Despite glamorization on TV, Killingly first responders firmly believe that their job is anything but a walk in the park.
It's a big commitment, and it can be bigger depending on the level you want to take it to. To be, minimum responder, you have to have basic qualifications to get you here.
I mean, you're going to have a lot of people with you, and with that comes big calls, sometimes big calls, and people's lives are in your hands. So, that being said, you go to a big fire, you have a team behind you. Not only are you looking for your life, but you have everybody else's life behind you.
Being a first responder is an enormous time commitment, especially if you want to actually excel at it.
Medical and fire emergencies can happen at any time, and first responders have to sacrifice their schedules to accommodate those needs.
There's no set times that things happen. Sometimes, when people get up and when people are going to bed, but there's a lot of stuff. Sometimes during the day, sometimes in the middle of the night. You never know.
Sometimes it's feast or famine. So you can have some at 8 o'clock in the morning when you come in and not see anything all day long, or you can have them all throughout the day, sometimes none at all. So
Calls have no time limits, lasting anywhere from minutes to hours.
Depending on the nature of the call, it can be anywhere from 15 minutes to days.
You can have a quick medical, 15 minutes. Fires are normally a couple hours, or you can be sitting there for half a day, depending on what the type of call is.
You can have fires where you're there for hours and hours and hours between the time that you go and do your initial and your scene size up to overhaul at the way end. It could be hours. You could go to a medical and they sign a refusal and it's 5 minutes in and out, done.
There are many factors that play into how long it takes to report to a scene.
Well, we're in a little village here in Rogers, so a lot of us live nearby, so we have a pretty fortunate response time. A lot of times, within 3 minutes, there's, somebody on an apparatus.
We're lucky with our department. We don't have a huge district. So from the time we roll a truck to our farthest point is only a couple of minutes.
Being staffed, we're there pretty quick. If you're in a volunteer department where they're not staffed and people aren't around, you have to accommodate for the time people are going to be coming from their homes or out or whatever. So that varies.
Many first responders have their first call that really sets the tone for how serious their lifestyle is.
As a young teenager in the late 90s around here, there was a lot of fires, there was some severe car accidents. Being a teenager, I got opened up to life real quick.
Oh, I was probably 15, and it was a bad car accident right on 101 where we lived and my father and I were one of the first on the scene. And it was pretty gruesome, it was a fatality, and I got first-hand view to watch the whole deal.
Probably some nasty car accidents where people are pinned or entrapped.
Veterans of the first responding service have advice for any newcomers or those interested in joining.
It's a good thing to get into young. It's a good thing to stay with. If you look at it, you're helping your community. Like I said, we volunteer where we live.
Just becoming first responders is a great thing, and as far as that goes, the rest of it takes over. It's a good gig. You got to show respect. You gain respect, you help people.
Definitely find your passion. There's some very different sides to it. You could go in wanting to be on the fire side and realize after going to a couple medicals and standing by that you actually, I really like the medical side. So find your passion and go for that.